What? There's DLC? I will remember you. Alright. We'll start a deal. We will be digging into the DLC then. Yep, that's right. Turns out I did not actually have the most up-to-date version of this game here. So we're gonna dig into the DLC by starting a new game. Alright.
Memories are a strange thing.
For example, I vividly remember riding on my dad's shoulders when I was very small. Walk, run, even jump around with me up there, and I wouldn't budge a bit. Which probably wasn't entirely safe looking back on it. That was part of the fun. What's life without a little danger and all that? Everything was so much easier back then. Being a kid, no obligations, no one expecting you to make difficult choices. Anyway, was I? Oh, right. Memories. That's some classic Astrid irony reflecting on the nature of remembering, then instantly forgetting about it. Alright, getting back on track now. I was 18, I got accepted to acting school in the big city. I was very happy about it, but also it meant leaving my parents in a remote countryside home behind. Not long before I left, me and my mom had a heart-to-heart. Talked about the present and the future, a lot of mother-daughter stuff. Toward the end of our long conversation, we were all out of present and future, instead started delving into the past. Talked about my childhood, and Mom asked if I had any particularly happy memories from that time. For some reason, the first thing that came to mind was the fact that Dad used to carry me on his shoulders and how it felt like flying. As I reminisced, I noticed my mom's expression changing from smiling to a bit concerned. Told me, Astrid, your dad always had a bad back. No way he could have carried you on his shoulders like that. Couldn't believe it. When discussing it more, I realized that Mom was actually right. Truth was, my parents were friends with another couple who, like them, had a young girl. Sometimes we'd have that family over, and the kid would be riding on her dad's shoulders, just like I remember myself doing. I was jealous of how fun it looked. So liberating, so out of my reach. I guess somewhere in my young mind I got things mixed up. I fabricated a memory and turned it into something that belonged to me, though it obviously didn't. Mom looked at me in my sad state, and her smile slowly returned. She said,
My little Astrid. Memories are a strange thing. They twist and turn, for better or worse, until we're left not knowing what's real and what isn't. With enough time and distance, even things that were once so very important fade away, hiding somewhere deep inside our minds. And all we're left with is how our memories make us feel.
I never knew whether that was something she came up with herself, or if she recited it from a poem or whatever, but it stuck with me. Right now it feels more relevant than ever. Now that I remember everything, I will remember you. My room. Since coming back from whatever that place was, I've been isolating myself in here, just thinking about the choice I made and what it could mean. It all seems like a fever dream. Dying ending up in Purgatory, becoming a deity, getting my memories back. Pure insanity. But I think I've been alone for long enough. It's time to go find the guide. He's probably at the bar. Yes, definitely. We don't need our pamphlet anymore, because we are now. Looking back, this actually ended up being my most celebrated performance. Peaking at 8 years old. That's so depressing. Never got around to helping Rahel out with her smudgy makeup. Maybe it's not too late. It's been empty ever since I found that bottle of bourbon. Strange to think that Locke wouldn't want it if I tried giving it to him now. He used to drink so much when we first met. The void, home of the guide. Or actually, I think it's more like a part of him. I still have no clue how this place works. Does that mean the box is a part of the guide? It's like, when we get put in the box, is that just, akin to saying, smother me, guide daddy? Too ridiculously classy. I wonder if Ezrebeth owned a TV when she was alive. And if she did, what kind of shows did she watch? Probably stuff with a lot of bad words in it. Gothic goth girls from Planet Gothica X. My parents must be so proud of me. Someone had told me when I was alive that one day I'd use my knowledge of acting for the greater good of the afterlife. Well, I think that person was crazy. Does that mean I'm crazy too? Should grab one of these red pens and draw on Smiley's face. You know, to make his wide smile easier for everyone to see. Why haven't I thought of that before? There will come a time, little comb, when all the strands of my hair will cry out in unison for aid which only you can bring. But today is not that day. Despite everything, it's still me. That was intentional. Is there anything else to check here? Bed. I love to lie down, but I have so much to do. It's a great bed, though. Nice, let's get out of here. Whee! Huh. The place is so empty. Guide? You here? Hello? Well, I guess he's... Yeah.
Looking for me, Miss Braid?
God! Didn't I tell you to stop appearing out of thin air like that? You did. Well? Well? So stop doing that! I shall take your request into consideration. For now, however. Into consideration. It is now request number 2186 on my queue of requests. How are you feeling? Don't pretend to care. But Miss Braid, I do care. If we are to be successful in our mission of thwarting God herself, I need you to sort out the obligatory trauma that your sudden memory reemergence has no doubt caused in your fragile human mind. You done? Indeed. Hold on a moment. Thought you didn't want to refer to it as God. And also, is God a girl? Because you go, girl boss. As always, you focus on the least important aspects of any given predicament. Perhaps this scheme of mine will prove to be my undoing. Referring to that thing as God, not out of my own desire to do so, but to avoid further confusion on your end. How kind of you. As for being a girl, well, God has the ability to shapeshift, gender-fluid icon. When doing so, she tends to take on different personas as well. Her current guise is that of a young human woman, as it has been for a long time now. Unusually long, given her penchant to keep switching things up, as it were. Which makes a certain Act 1 revelation very curious. So again, you're just trying to keep things simple for my poor dumb human brain. I knew you'd understand. Thank you for the information, I guess. As for how I'm feeling, I'm a bit all over the place, but I appreciate you giving me some space after my memories return. Felt good to be able to process things at my own pace. Of course. You would have been useless to me in your initial state, after all. Providing you time for your weak and sensitive self to recover was all part of the plan. So you'd be a bit quicker to find me, but we'll make do. After all, the greatest smiths are able to forge fantastic weapons even when their tools are underwhelming. That analogy, I'm the smith and you're the tool, by the way. I figured. I'm trying to say thank you here, but you're sure making it hard. Oh. So, am I a deity now? Like you? Not yet. But you will be once you are ready. When is that? Tonight! So soon? Soon? You've already wasted enough time. Tonight is considerably later than originally intended. I see. Suppose I don't have much of a choice. Not this time, no. Do keep in mind that these are the consequences of the major decision you made prior to regaining your memories. Right. Hey, my friends. Are they alright? Those imbeciles that you for some reason view as compatriots are doing just fine. They've acclimated themselves to their new worry-free existences. As a result, they should now remind you of the more of the questionable characters you used to know, rather than the lifeless husks they turned into when you used those magic objects on them. Only, well, improved, I believe you could say. Free of the shackles that tied them to this place. That's very good to hear. Oh, but are you saying that they're still here? In Purgatory?
Aww.
Fortunately, yes. Really? Truth be told, I didn't dare send them away, despite them being theoretically prepared to depart. I was unsure of your reaction. It does feel... You weren't lying. You really do care about my feelings. He looks so distraught about that fact. Of course not. I was simply unsure whether their collective disappearance would cause you some sort of emotional turmoil that could potentially harm you in this very critical stage of recovery. I am not nice. He gets so long-winded when backed into a corner. Has he always been like that? Harm me? Oh, I get it. Now hold on. You were worried that I would get sad leaving my room for the first time since we got back from that cafe we escaped from. I wouldn't say worried. Get my friends around to make sure I'd have something to be happy about once I came to. Happy isn't the right word. Am I right?
Hmm?
That's what you want to believe, then go ahead, Miss Braid. However, you should keep in mind that due to my time resetting shenanigans, your friends will not remember you as you do them. I totally forgot about that. So they won't know who I am. No need for such dramatics, huh? You were continuously rewinded to the point in time in which you made the choice of whom to aid you, if anyone. Oh, so the another story was intentional. Everything that transpired up until then remains intact in their memories. I see. So then, indeed. None of the kissing and such. Look at the bright side. You now have a clean slate, don't you? Good for you. That's, At any rate, shall we begin preparations for the ritual? I suppose. Actually, I just had a fantastic idea. Oh no. Oh yes. Be back in action. My friends will leave Purgatory, right? Right. Which means that I want to see them again. It must be today, right? Right. And the ritual you were talking about isn't until tonight, right? Right. So in other words, I have a bad feeling about this.
We're throwing a party!
Yeah!
That is even worse than I anticipated.
Well, you don't have to be there. I wish that were the truth, but unfortunately I must continuously monitor your well-being. Nothing can be allowed to jeopardize your ascension, and by extension, the grand scheme. So you'll come to my party? I suppose I shall attend. However, I do so purely out of necessity. Yay! Let's make this a day to remember, guide. The greatest Purgatory party that Purgatory has ever seen. I can offer you a small room, a jukebox, and enough drinks for no more than 5 people. A bit smaller in scope than I'd envisioned, but I'll take it very well. Count to 100 and then think about your party, and you'll arrive there with everything prepared. Why 100? Just do as I say, Miss Braid, or I shall be forced to reconsider these moronic festivities. Fine. Guess I'll just start counting then. So excited just now, but thinking things through, I just realized that this will be the last time I meet everyone. And I remember everything. Well, they don't. Those precious moments I shared with Locke and Rahel. Does some part of them remember too? Probably not. Guess it's for the best, though. Things are just too complicated. I care about them both, but then there's Voluminous. Knowing everything about him and me was the hardest part of getting my memories back, and I still feel so much for him. Damn it. Emotions are just a huge mess. You throwing a party is a bad idea? Actually, has it been 100 seconds yet? I forgot to count! Let's give it a shot anyway. My party, my party, my party, my party, my party. Yeah, Astrid's party! Ah! Oh, this does look like a place to party, I suppose. A small one, but that's what the guide said, so it's empty. Must be the first one here.
Are you ready to party, Miss Braid?
Hearing you say those words is very disturbing.
Ah.
I suppose there truly is no pleasing some people. Maybe I'm just harder to please than most.
Hmm.
Perhaps. So, where is everyone? They should arrive at any moment now. You are a bit early, after all. Well, I forgot to count. You could say that I'm surprised. Here comes the first miscreant now. Oh no. Party time. Ezrebeth, you're in a good mood? You know how much I love me some drinks, Astridlicious. I actually don't hate that nickname. And why would you? It's a compliment. Gah, I must prefer this particular shadow when she was an insufferable buffoon. He's even laughing. Oh, what's that? You have to speak up a bit, girl. Remember that I'm old. You are? How old exactly? Must have been in my 70s when I died, if I remember correctly. Dang! I always pictured as you being younger behind all that black. Look out my energetic and outspoken personality. Actually, it was probably more because of your colorful vocabulary. It seems to be gone now, come to think of it. What the hell do you mean, girl? Never mind. Come find me later. We have to share a drink. Oh, a 50. You bet. Ugh. You just can't bear to watch people have fun, can you? It's difficult, to put it mildly. Astrid! Hey, Smiley! The guy told me about this party a minute ago. I was so excited that you smiled. Dang, I'm getting predictable, aren't I? When it comes to you smiling, you've been predictable ever since the first time I met you. Or the second time, to be exact. So at first, you were busy tricking me. Hey, gads, I'll never hear the end of that, huh? Actually, you will hear the end of that later today on account of you leaving Purgatory. No more Astrid for you. Way to spoil the mood. Yeah, what's the big idea? But he's right about that. So I guess we'll have to make this day count. I still have a few more hours left to convince you to marry me. Well, I am spoken for. Don't worry, I'm just joking. Unless... No. A few drinks together would be nice. It's a date. It's not a date. I meant it's a deal. And now, a dashing man enters. Oh, it's me. I'm the dashing man. Oh, wait. Oh.
Good day, lady.
And good day to you, sir. Seeing you again is... Wait. What's he doing here? Haven't you heard, Mr. Moon? I'm a... What's the title you humans bestow upon someone for that person's ego to pointlessly enlarge during social gatherings? All right. I am a VIP. Is that true, lady? Of course not. Although we did sort of put all this together. Huh. Well, I guess even bastards like him can get it right once in a while. Yeah, well now, Mr. Moon. Anyway, it's wonderful to see you again, Locke. I'm so happy you made it. Not like I have much of anything else to be doing. I don't drink anymore, so now I mostly just nap through the days. Might sound boring, but I don't think I've ever felt better. Really? Ah, well. Come find me later. I'll tell you more about it.
Oh.
If you want to, of course. You bet. Great. Keeping my eyes on you, kind. Something must be off for you to be here. He does have a nice read on the situation. Something is off. Astrid is going to be ascending to become a deity after this. Bah! You can't catch a break at all, huh? You'll soon find out for yourself that the existence of a deity is not as leisurely as one might initially suspect.
Nipperkin? Is it really you?
That's right, Rahel. Miss Amethyst, you're here. For my gape seat, I'd even leave a buffet in times of chameleon diet. I still don't understand half what you're saying, but at long last, we seem to be in agreement on something, Miss Braid. If we continue along this route, we'll have more in common than the two of you ever had.
Ugh.
We to endure this addleplot and his commentary all day. It's sure to send us into mulligrubs. Ignore him, Rahel. Today's about having fun and celebrating. Well, the end of your stay in Purgatory. Oh, right. I had almost forgotten about that. We will do as you suggest, Nipperkin. Come talk to me when you have a moment to spare. Definitely will. Well then.
It seems this dreaded event is all but ready to begin in earnest.
Well said, guide. Everyone, Could you move aside so I can tell them something? Everyone, I'm so happy that you're all here.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah. Oh, she's waving at us. Hello, guide. Locke is brooding. The void. So many windows in Purgatory, but not a single one with an interesting view. Unless you're a fan of infinite blackness, of course. I'm not entirely sure that a bookshelf screams party, but hey, I never say no to a good book. Let's see, what do we have here? Why the guide is quite simply the best. Top 1,000 the guide moments. The guide lists his greatest tips for success. Why the guide is greater than God, with forward by the guide. I think I've seen. Well, let him cook. Let him cook. I mean, seems to be a bottle of really cheap liquor. Honestly, couldn't the guide have gotten us something fancier than this? Like, Smiley has no trouble drinking the whole thing by himself, though. Oh, can we go to Ouroboros? I'm kind of leaving my own party? What kind of hostess would that make me? I'll be right back. I can hear voices. There's someone in here. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Locke and Rahel. I have to hear this. You wish to speak with me, Ambidexter? Yeah, what's that mean? The word you just said. Means that you're untrustworthy. So just say that then. If you're gonna insult someone, at least make sure they understand what you're saying. I did not mean it as an insult. What the hell else could it mean? You're right. It's a poor translation on my part. It can also mean that you're unpredictable. It's a fine quality which keeps things interesting and the balsam flowing. Anyway, I wanted to ask you about something. Is it about Nipperkin? For crying out loud, you have a dictionary or something on here for those damn words? Nipperkin is Astrid. Ah, yeah, it's about the little lady. You feel like she's changed somehow? I do, yes. So it's not just me. No, Ambidexter. Noticed it instantly. She has a new glow about her. She was always a gape seed, but now she has evolved. Ah. I feel like she knows something we don't, you know? I agree. But she's not the only one who's changed. What do you mean?
Oh.
When I came to Purgatory, I was full of negative emotions. I found myself in proper muller grubs. I'll just assume that's a bad thing. It is. But recently, it's as if those feelings that weighed so heavily on me have just disappeared. Remarkable, really. I believe you know what I'm talking about, as you're no longer a Borraccio. What's that, a drunk? Indeed. You're getting better at this, Locke. Well, I had some proper contextual clues this time, lady. But yeah, it's true. Just woke up one day thinking I shouldn't keep hurting myself the way I've always done since arriving here. No more drinking, no more self-hating, it all just faded away. And just like that. Just like that. You think she had something to do with it? I do. Not even my orbs have an inkling how, but Nipperkin pulled through for us. I just know it.
Oh,
She's real special, isn't she? One of a kind. Thanks for having this talk with me. Different than what I expected, spending time with you up close like this. In a good way. Likewise, Ambidexter. Starting to like that name for me, actually. I shall keep calling you that. Deal. Locke talking to Smiley. Hi there, old friend. What a surprise to be invited to some one-on-one action with you. And here I thought you hated my guts. Why, I almost stopped smiling for a second there. Shut up, Smiley. This ain't a courtesy talk. I know, just trying to lighten the mood. Leaving Purgatory today, and I guess I wanted to get some things off my chest. That makes two of us then. Huh? Oh, please, go first. No, you go first. You have my curiosity running wild. After all, I never heard you say anything worth listening to. You killed me, and then you made sure to make my afterlife miserable as well. You had something worth hearing to say, now's the time to spill the beans. Yeah, well, that is actually what I wanted to talk about. You can tell that I'm being serious about this, since my smile has been reduced to Smirk. And Smirky just isn't as catchy a name. Get to the damn point. Right. Now believe me when I say so, but I felt guilty every second of every minute of every hour of every day since coming here. My mischievous yet lovable personality probably leads you and everyone else to think differently, but it's true. I know I did an unforgivable thing. The only way I know how to deal with it was to, well, continue being an ass. A while ago, I felt something change within me. I wanted all this to end, and I wanted to make things right somehow. I used my contacts and found some information you might want to take part of. Since when do you have contacts? How dare you? How do you know that Smiley is a bona fide Purgatory celebrity? But I digress. Okay, Taz, it doesn't matter anyway. What does matter is the information. I'm listening. Here goes. Recently, there was a fire in an office building and a bunch of people died. Not a cheery start to the storytelling. It's better, I promise. Some of those people passed by Purgatory on their way to whatever comes next, and it turns out that they worked for some company called Moon Enterprises. Huh. Name sounded familiar. I'm sure you're thinking the same thing, Lockmoon. For a moment, I thought it might have been a coincidence. Why would my contacts tell me about it if it weren't relevant? Turns out that Moon Enterprises is this huge flourishing business built from the ground up by a family of the same name. The story goes that two sisters came up with the concept after one of them nearly died from a childhood illness. The illness itself was highly treatable, but they were so poor that the girl almost didn't get the medical care she needed. Miraculously, though, she survived. Together they spent their lives coming up with ways to help others in similar situations. It resulted in Moon Enterprises, a company dedicated to helping the poor by any means possible. Original founders are dead from old age now, but their descendants keep the place running to this day. Those sisters, are they my nieces? Of course you don't. Oh, I can't believe it. They pulled through. She survived. This is... And you're sure that this is all true? No fooling. As sure as I've ever been of anything. Look, I know that there's nothing I can do to truly fix these things, but...
Oh,
Don't worry, Smiley. Huh? Obviously not saying that it was alright for you to kill me, but this... Thank you. You've paid your dues as best you can. Without a doubt. That makes me very happy to hear. Yet you aren't smiling. Oh, You're right. Maybe this is one of those times when smiling just isn't enough to show how happy I am. Maybe so. So what was it that you wanted to tell me? Nothing. You sure? Yep. So, wanna go get a drink? Sure thing. Hard alcohol for you, right? I'm kidding. No way I'd share the good stuff with you anyway. Hey! Good. Can hear voices. Alright. Log in Ezrebeth. This is going to be fun. Huh. What are you doing here? Don't play dumb, Locke. You know I'm here. I really don't, Missy. I saw the signs you were showing me at the... What? So obviously when you came in here all alone, I understood that you wished for me to follow. We're finally alone, big boy. So what are you going to do all about this, tension between Ezrebeth, no! Well, there's been some kind of misunderstanding. Huh? You mean you weren't flirting with me? I'm sorry if I've been misleading you. Oh well, back to eating chips then. God. She sure got over that quickly. Am I really sending out signs? You're just being broody and have this air of you've got that wet puppy air that makes people want to come and pick you up and hug you tightly and protect you. Guess I should be watching the old sex appeal. Alright. For hell time. Hell and Smiley. Oh! You're the weird lady. Excuse me? Oh no, sorry. I meant, you're one of Astrid's close friends. You're a bit of a, I'm trying to say that I idolize you just a bit.
Oh.
I'm afraid I don't understand, strange little man. I'm not a sister of the quill, nor a sister of the string. What could there possibly be to idolize about me? Besides, aren't you also a friend of Nipakin? Smiley, is it? She knows my name! She knows my name! Hmm? Oh, well, I guess I am, maybe. But not in the same way that you are. I want that too. Actually, maybe you could tell me some of Astrid's secrets, just so I can get to know her better. I'd never betray my gape seat and her integrity like that. Oh, right. Sorry. How about this then? There's a total shot in the dark, but... Want to marry me? What? I'll be leaving now. That's probably for the best, Boraccio. Don't know what that means, but it sounds, enticing. Ah. Oh, Smiley. Rahel and Ezrebeth. Tell me something, Ezrebeth. Your spirit, how old is it? My spirit? What the hell does that mean? It's just, how do I put this? Your soul shows signs of someone who has spent much time as a dirty belle. A what? A female who acts more proper than she really is. You talking smack about my behavior? Sorry, I'm not very good with words. I'm trying to say that you were forced to act a certain way in life, but you felt like you were lying to yourself. At least that's what my orbs are telling me about you. What does it have to do with my spirit and my soul? The spirit remembers more than our bodies do. Given your current form, I assume that you were more in tune with your spirit. After all, you're just a shadow now. Which I don't mean any offense. Look, I don't really understand much of what you're saying, and I have no idea how Astrid puts up with you. But the thing you said about me acting in a way that hasn't always been true to myself, that is correct. That's the shape that Ezrebeth bent herself into that left her so bitter that she could never move on. That was a long time ago. I don't really feel like discussing it with you. By which I don't mean any offense. I'm sorry if I... Oh? Seems I should have chosen my words more carefully. I suppose I'll try finding that old Swillberry again later. She's so fascinating. Smiley and Ezrebeth, meeting the shadows. So I hear people can't see you properly either. True. I wonder why. Oh, you don't know? The guide won't tell me. Hold on, you know how shadows are created? Yeah. Well, a bit anyway. We're created. I think I was, at least. Apparently I was some sort of gift given from God to the guide. No way. God themselves? Jeez, you must feel pretty special then. Not even a damn bit. Our warden has always treated me like shit. I can't wait to get out of here. Oh. Hey, maybe you were a gift too. I doubt it. Guide always talks like he put me in lock here by design. Besides, for some reason, it seems like there are people who can see me properly, while others apparently can't. Maybe I'm like a false shadow or something. Something like that even exists. Huh. Well, who knows? And honestly, does it even matter? I suppose it doesn't, really. In a few hours, we'll be out of here. Whatever made us like this won't matter one damn bit then. So what do you say? Want to have a shadow-to-shadow drinking contest? I'm smiling, so what do you think? You're always smiling. Isn't that your thing? Last one to the liquor bottle loses. Hey, hold on. What? Okay, that was fun. This song might feed the guide's ego. Yep, guide theme. Ezrebeth. Astrid's party. I have to admit, the guide really came through with the design of this thing. It's also good to have a clear reminder hanging around of whose party this is. You know, in case the guests forget. Spoiler, it's mine. So cheeky, I love it. I like the groove. Oh wow, alright. Oh, wow. I think the guide hates this one, because it's... Yep, it's red theme. Dancing. Alright, you have to set the,
Oh,
I like this one. Hi there, lady. Greetings, Mr. Moon. Hey, now, that's my father's name. Just Locke will do fine. I think we're past the point of dispensing formalities. Maybe you're right. So you're going to tell me about your new boring lifestyle. Or, should I say, afterlife style. I said it wasn't boring, lady. Feels like you're mishearing on purpose. I would never. Why do I feel like you're not being entirely sincere? Because I'm lying. Figures. But yeah, let's talk about that. There are actually some things I'd like to talk about as well, if you have the time. This being, well, the last day and all. Oh, that's right, it is. But yes, of course I have time for you. You wanna go somewhere else? Thinking we can hit the old bar. It should be free from prying eyes there. Right here's there. Let's go quickly, though. I've been fighting off the advances of Ezrebeth ever since getting here. Oh, I'm staying out of that one. I'm sure you'll find a way to deal with that situation. Gee, thanks for the assistance. Let's just go. Right behind you.
oh.
What? It's just so much to drink in here. Just a short while ago, this would pretty much be my idea of paradise. I remember. Yeah. I wonder what changed, you know? Year after year being stubborn and not opening up to anyone. Now it's like I don't even recognize myself. Is that a bad thing?
Oh,
Not at all, lady. It's a huge relief is what it is. I'm not stupid enough to be questioning it. It's inside the old head, I'm glad it did. That's great luck. Only, I'm thinking about my old man. Did they ever tell you about him? I wonder if you told me about your childhood. Really? My whole childhood? Seems like I would remember talking to you about that. It's a whole other bag of worms, after all. Oh, how else would I know about you and your sister being put in foster homes, for example? True. Those things have been slipping in my mind lately. The time he told me about his family must have been something that I remember, and he doesn't. Think before I speak. Yeah, about my dad. As I said, I've been thinking about him. He shared his first drink with me when I was, well, I don't remember my exact age, but it was before starting school. Didn't know what to expect, so I chucked it down like it was milk or something. Oops. Oops is right. Ended up hurling like a madman. Dad laughed in the background, saying that I was finally a man. Tasted so bad. I was convinced on the spot I'd never try it again. We all know how that turned out, huh? I didn't like the way he was when drinking. The way he changed, you know? I understand that. It's hard to put what I'm thinking into words. I don't know, it feels like I'm cheating. What do you mean? All my life I've condemned him. Part of the reason I felt like I couldn't give up my own drinking is I kept thinking, hell, if he couldn't. If he couldn't, then how could I? You are not your father, Locke. I know that, it's just... Waking up one day and everything just fine? Why couldn't my dad get that? If he did, then maybe we could have been a happy family, you know? But everything is just that easy. I mean, it happened to me, didn't it? No use struggling. It's all just something that happens. Or doesn't. It's more complicated than that. Huh? Astrid, no! You can't tell him the truth, no matter how wrong it feels to lie. You don't know what could happen. Oh, nothing. I was gonna say, maybe you had that willpower inside you all along. You're often selling yourself short, after all. I guess you're right. Love just isn't fair. I suppose that's what I'm getting at. Right about that. Neither of us should be here. Dying so young, it's unnatural. Fully agreed, lady. Hey, if, seen you talk to the guide a lot. If you knew something about me changing, I'd tell you, don't worry. Good. Well, really hurts to lie like this, but what choice do I have? Oof. You have time to listen to me ramble on a little while longer? Always. I'm gonna laugh now, but I want to tell you about a dream I had. Why'd I laugh? Well, I'm not exactly the dreaming type, now am I? Who says you aren't? No one, I guess. Stop caring so much about what others think of you, and let's hear that dream. Right now, Mr. Moon. Well, a lady who knows what she wants. I can appreciate that. You better. All right, here goes.
In this dream, I find myself running on a huge, empty field of grass. I'm running like my life depends on it. But I feel no stress. I have this feeling like I'm going somewhere. And for the first time since coming to Purgatory, I feel like I have a purpose. Then all the members of my family start to join in one by one, also running, right next to me. My mom tells me that everything will be alright. My dad says that he believes in me, that there's nothing I can't do, and that he's proud of me. My sister lets me know that I'm her hero, and that if I keep running, everything I wish for will come true. And my brother, little Nicky, he screams from behind, so far that I almost can't hear him.
Oh, gosh.
He tells me that he's alright, and that he's in no more pain, and that everything bad that ever happens, it happens for a reason. Damn, lady, if only you could hear him too. It feels so real, the way they're all there, telling me things, you know?
Locke.
And then, one by one, they disappear. Until, at last, I'm the only one running on that field, feeling like my destination is finally getting closer. Then, at the very end of all that green, there's a small house. I knock on the door, and there's you, lady. Turns out that all my running, well, I just needed to get to you.
Now, I don't know what the meaning of that is exactly, but must be something good, though, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think you are. And what do you think it means? Oh, I don't want to go through that because it means that you're never alone. It's a nice thought, lady. I want to believe that you're right. Got nothing more to say? I don't think so, no. Huh. What are you laughing at? I don't know. Probably just tired. How could that be? Did you sleep for 10 years straight? That was your fault. I can live with that.
You're the worst sometimes.
All in a day's work, lady.
I mean, hey. That's why we love you.
Locke? He's come so far. From being intimidating, harsh, bitter, and cold, to making jokes and talking about his dreams. I hope that the tunnel leads him someplace where he can show everyone what a wonderful man he really is. I'm sad that I won't be the one waiting for him in that little house. But I have my own huge field of grass to run across. Things I must do to help others, the way I helped Mr. Moon.
It feels like that dream of his is like what the good end of Locke's route would have been. Where they would have ended up going through the tunnel together on Locke's route. A place where they could see what happens there. I'll be right with you, lady, but first, a few more drinks. Drinks? Relax, it's just water. Sparkling or still? Sparkling, of course. I mean, it is still a party. Got that right. Smiley? Astrid, there you are. You sure took your sweet time. I'm already at my, 5th bottle, I think. Maybe you should slow down a bit. You're right. After all, what if I get alcohol poisoning and die? Ah, gotcha. I'm already dead. Well, it was a joke. What a clever one at that. Right? So you're here for our date? You mean our deal? That's what I said, wasn't it? I don't think so. Don't be so paranoid, Astrid. Actually, there's something I wanted to run by you. Not here, where everyone can hear. This is you luring me away for a wedding proposal. I'll throw you out through the tunnel myself. No, it's just... let's just go, alright? Fine. No more funny business. I swear! Alone time with Astrid herself. I can't believe this is happening. I swear, Jeez, calm down. Can't a guy make a joke and crack a smile anymore, huh? No. Tough crowd. He really does give me weird. He really does give me weird, bad comedian vibes. What do you want to talk to me about? I want to thank you. For what? I'm not stupid, you know. The others may or may not suspect it, but I know for a fact that you did this. This? Yes, this. Turned us all into better people. Saved our souls. Helping us get out of purgatory. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you... Please, Astrid. Don't insult my intelligence. No one in purgatory knows more about others than I do. They always say if you want information, go to Smiley. Who exactly says that? Shush! I've known myself and those other three for a long time. Don't know them all well personally, but I do know that what they're about. What they've been suffering through. You mean to tell me that it's just a coincidence? A little while after you arrive, everyone just turns a new leaf. Hardly. So I want you to tell me what's going on here, Astrid. I can't do that. So you admit it. Why can't you tell me? It's for your own safety. We're all adults here, Astrid. Maybe you should let us in on what's going on if it has to do with our safety. Sorry, I just can't. Look, sorry if I'm coming on a bit strong here. I'm thankful. Never felt better, and I'm sure that goes for the others too. But I understand, Smiley. Wish I could tell you more, but even saying this much might be dangerous. Please, Smiley. Can you promise me that you won't tell the others? I want a kiss. What? Kidding! Physical affection based on bribery is just messed up. Never hug, though? You're my friend, Smiley. I can hug you whenever I want. Didn't realize that was an option. Yeah, well. Hey. My name is Jeremiah. What? Never considered that you even had a real name. Ah! You aren't the first one. But why are you telling me that? And why now? When else? Soon we'll be apart and never see each other again. While I joke around a lot, I actually really do like you, Astrid. I'm thinking that in another life. I mean, if we got a second go at living, maybe we could find each other and you'd give me another chance. Smiley, I can't promise you that. After all, we don't even know what awaits us on the other side of the tunnel. For that matter, I'm not leaving for a while yet. I figured. I'm just saying. You know, just saying. Because even at the smallest shadow of a chance, I want you to know my real name. So you'll know it's me if I ever find you again. Alright, Jeremiah.
I'll keep my eyes open for you in another life.
That's all I'm asking for. A chance, you know? Me not screwing things up by fooling you the first thing I do. That would definitely improve your chances. That person sure is lucky. Huh? Oh. Can we choose our date ending here? Luminous? Is that his name? I always knew there was someone out there that you liked. It's a long story, I bet. Aren't those stories that you invest more time in often the ones that end up being the most memorable? Sometimes. There you go. Anyway, I think that our time together is about to come to an end. You're the only one here who knows my real name. I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. Of course. And, thanks. Everything. They meant what I said, you know? Never felt better. Whatever you did, I know that you did it for us. We won't ever be able to repay you. Just being here now, today, that's payment enough. You're my friends. You don't owe me anything. Friends, huh? Do friends often end up marrying Smiley? Please, call me Jeremiah. Only when you're polite and earnest and honest like this, when you get really creepy like that, I will call you Smiley. Very well. But that's honestly shockingly earnest.
Jeremiah the Smiling Shadow? What can I possibly say about him? He made my first day in Purgatory difficult. But he redeemed himself eventually, revealing the lovable person behind that mask of trickery.
Just stop trying to marry me.
Living with the guilt of having accidentally killed an innocent man. I can't imagine how hard that must have been for him. But he carried those feelings day after day, and now he's earned his freedom. I just hope he won't waste it. We'll meet again, Jeremiah. I don't know when or how, but I'm sure we will.
Each other's secrets like this. It's kind of exciting, isn't it? Wink, wink. Oh, shush. What? Nibakin! Enjoying yourself for hell? Why's your left arm stuck in the air like that? Are you stretching? To be city gape seed. This traditional festivity stance has been in my family for generations. What extends one's arm to the hands above? Instead, thinking higher forces for these tripping married times that we find ourselves in. You want to give it a try? I'm not sure I have the stamina for it. That's fine. As long as you avoid finding yourself in motor grubs, you may partake in any which way you consider most alluring. Guess I'll start out by just talking with people I like. For which I mean you. A fine choice, Nipakin. And a fitting one, too, as they would like to borrow your lovely ears for just a moment.
Aww.
If you don't mind. Of course not. Wonderful. Let us go elsewhere, away from all these antiquated rogues and swillberries. And the Barachios, right? Yes, them too. You've been studying my cramp words, Nipakin? Maybe a little. Lovely. Please, accompany me to the bar. Lead the way, Rahel. Did you stumble on your way in, my gape seed? Oh, yeah, you heard that. I think I hit a piece of wall with my foot. Huh. That's funny to you? Oh, no, sorry. Did not mean it like that. It's just... Been stumbling about in one way or another ever since I first met you. In this very bar. You were so angry when I found you by the door that if I hadn't intervened, I'm sure you would have hurt a body part or two back then as well. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That's so embarrassing. It was perfectly natural. We were frustrated, stumbling about like a newly hatched chick trying to find its footing. Not painting a very flattering image of me here. In my mind, I am. Purgatory, maybe people eventually forget how to feel, how to be themselves, how to be human. When I saw you, lost, lonely, angry, you felt so real. I think that's why I was drawn to you so quickly, Nipakin. You were like a small, powerful drink, Nipakin, in a sea of emotionless liquid. Ah! It's probably one of the strangest similes I've ever heard, and yet so poignant. It's also quite beautiful. Surprised that you calling me Nipakin had a deeper meaning to it. Can I just assume that you decided that because I'm small or something? There's always meaning behind the things I say. It'd be a lot easier to figure out the meanings if others understood your strange words. That's fair. Nobody's perfect, I suppose. Although some of us are closer to perfection than others, my gape seed. Who? Me? I'm not that great. I beg to differ. Back at the party, I had a brown study, pondering whether or not I should celebrate the festivities as per my tradition. The, arm in the air thing? Yes. I told you it has a religious connection. My faith has, been, a source of some internal discord for me. And surviving in Purgatory, at least. I know. What do you mean? Like yes? Guess I shouldn't be surprised that my lovely gape seed can see through me so easily. That's right, I'm good at reading people. Evidently so. And goddess, I've long suspected that this perpetual inner conflict is the reason why I've never been able to leave this place. That devious addle plot has never been of any help either. It's clear that he hates me. He doesn't seem to want me to leave either. I have no idea why. You're talking about the guide, right? I think making you leave is outside of his power, even if he wanted you to. You have to sort of get in there on your own, you know? At least that's how it's been up until now. Until he decided that he was going to go rogue and lead me on this quest to pull that off on my own. what it's worth, I don't think he hates you. It probably has more to do with his own relationship with God. Trust me when I say that it's, complicated. You seem to know quite a lot about this, Nipakin. Are you hiding something? No, it's just, he's been telling me a few things, and you believe him. Well, not all of it, but... It's painful to hear you take his words so readily to heart. It's made my stay here a living hell more often than not. Banbury story after Banbury story, leaving my soul gut-founded. I'm sorry, Rahel. I really don't want to cause you pain. You believe me, right? Please don't hate me. Did we break your heart again? Niperkin.
I could never hate you.
Oh!
You are the sun of my days and the stars of my nights.
Oh gosh. My concern is not for me, but for you. Huh? I will be leaving here very soon. What I wanted to tell you is that my faith no longer confuses me. I have found peace, and I strongly believe that you had some part in that. If not directly, then indirectly, by being my gape seed.
Oh,
But you... You're staying here, aren't you? I am. And so you will carry the heavy torch of lingering. I won't be there. I won't...
I won't be able to protect you, Nipperkin.
Oh!
If you ever stumble again and you find a door you can't open, then I can't open it for you. That is why it pains me, because you'll be all alone with that dirty bow. And so you must tell me, my gape seed. You must tell me that you won't blindly follow. Don't make the same mistake that I did.
Don't blindly follow him. Of course, I don't think that she will. Because that's what... I don't think the guide wants her to either.
Don't let your emotions stand in the way of finding happiness, because if there is anyone in this horrible place that deserves happiness, then it is you.
Well, I will be careful. There's just something I have to do. And so I can't promise that I'll always make the right choice. I'll remember this moment, and things are hard, I'll think of you, then I'll find my strength again. Because you're... Oh no. Oh no. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to say it. I love you too, Nibikin. I always will. Time together was short, but it somehow feels like we've always known each other. I feel the same way. Guide did say we can choose which ending is the canon one. And we've been through it all. They all happened. But whichever one is the truth is our choice. This is our choice. I feel the same way. In theory, we could make them all true. We probably could have told Locke we love him too. You know, no matter where that tunnel takes me, I will keep you in my heart, shining brightly, always, my gape seed. So, what now? I don't know. I'm stumbling here. You're supposed to help me get my balance back, aren't you? Because there are mountains where even I stumble. Moments when even I stumble.
How
So it
about we
seems.
close our eyes, and then we see what happens.
Sounds good to me.
Oh? What happens, happens.
Rahel was the first person to show me kindness in Purgatory. Her personality was instantly alluring and drew me in like a moth to the flame. I would have never suspected that someone so willing to help others had such a hard time helping herself.
Right?
But I guess that's how it goes. Sometimes, even the strongest among us need help to push on. I'm very glad that I was able to be that person for her.
Hi, guide. Astrid. Yes? I just want you to know that views. I had a bit too much to drink. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm just trying to do drunken accent that you little was convincing. Quite so. Hot damn! I've still got it. Definitely. Come to think of it, this is the first pleasant conversation I've had with you. Who knew that such a friendly person was hiding beneath all the, bullshit? Sure, let's go with that. It turns out that being nice actually isn't as overrated as I once thought. But hey, you can't blame me for feeling that way. If you knew what I've been through, I mean. Want to talk about it? Sure, why not? Last day in Purgatory and all. Guess I owe you since you've always been nice to me and I've been nothing but craptastic in return. Please don't think of it like that. However, I'll gladly listen. I'm real good at that, you know? So I hear. Let's go somewhere a bit more private. It's just for your ears only. Besides, that lock has been flirting with me all day and it's getting a bit distracting, to be honest. Has he really? Totally. Anyway, let's go. I still love you. So, you want a drink before I start chattering? Steal something from the cabinet? Some real good stuff in there. I'm fine, thank you. Besides, I don't think you should do anything that could end with a guide. How so? For our last day here, what could he possibly do? No idea. I guess I'm just being cautious. No harm in that, I suppose. Oh, they should have been more cautious, too, when alive. That ship has long since sailed, huh? Anyway, I'll refrain from stealing. Just this once. And just for you. I appreciate it. So, about how hard it is to be serious. Or to get real, as the kids say. Or, as the kids say, get on fleek with the hizzy. Just take it from the beginning. No stress. Also, it's impressive how many expressions you know for being so old. Oh, dang, that didn't come out right. I didn't mean. It's fine. Let's just use that as a segue. I am old. As I told you, I didn't die until I hit my 70s. How'd you die? Just from old age? The expression is so strange. Died from old age. It's not like the numbers on the calendar jump out and randomly kill you, is it? That would be intense. I would want to see that. Interesting mental image. It's always something that does you in. A disease, whatever. They say die from old age. It's just... you get old and your body shuts down, and then you die. So why don't people say that? Common cold doesn't get to be credited for offing old ladies. This conversation is taking a weird turn, Ezrebeth. Yeah. Getting at it, I don't know exactly what ended me. I do know, however, that I died poor, dirty, and alone. Oh, You're sorry about it, I know. Yeah, well, I'm sorry about it too, obviously, looking back on everything. There was a logical conclusion to my life. With that ability of mine, turning things into other things, when I was alive, I had similar abilities. Knowing secrets, being able to slightly alter objects, and more. Humans can do things like that? Apparently. I was shunned by my family and spent most of my life as an outcast, because they were afraid of me. The chance I had to turn my situation around was a chance I never took, because I had been too badly hurt. I understand all that now, reflecting on things. How I constantly kept others away, hurting them, just to avoid more pain. Like a self-defense mechanism, you know? My family was rich and had high social standing. They couldn't risk anything hurting their good name. Even though I was next in line to inheriting everything, they gave it all to my younger sister, and I ended up not having a penny to my name. I guess my own way, I did try. Tried using the right words even though they always felt wrong. Everything I did that I wanted to do was just an abomination in their eyes. Ezrebeth. It sounds like you didn't have much of a chance to begin with. And honestly, no matter what. Nobody deserved to die alone like that. I used to tell myself exactly that. There's no use trying. What chance do I even have? Which is why I eventually gave up. Recently, I don't know. It's like something's changed within me. I see it so clearly now. The chances were always there, right in front of me. Just wish I had someone in my life who could have helped me take them. I wish that for you too. But in the magnificent and infallible Casareke family, there were no such people to be found. Hello! I see. Wait a moment. Did you say Casareke? Yes, that's my family's name. Did you? Grandma-in-law? Did you know someone named Voluminous? That rings a bell. Oh. Yes, that's my sister's grandson. Little brat, but harmless enough. As far as Castarekes go, anyway. So you did know him? Can't have been more than 10 years old last time I saw him. It's incredible to think the two of you are related. What's he to you, then? We were together, in life. All the way up until our deaths. Then he... oh. He died that young. Yeah. I remember that I used my abilities on him at one point. Nothing dangerous, just a way to connect with others, I suppose. At that time, I felt something strange about him. In a vision of thick curtains permanently closing off the sun. It was disturbing, but I didn't realize it could have meant death. I'm saddened to hear about this. Isn't it interesting how small the world is? Me meeting you, his relative, in the afterlife, makes you think that everything is connected. Exactly. Damn, Astrid, you're just full of surprises, aren't you? You're one to talk. Listen, I appreciate you spending some time with me today. Felt good, sharing all this. Both my life and afterlife have been nothing but miserable, so getting out of here today is long overdue. Glad I had the chance to spread at least some positivity around me before leaving. I'm happy that you decided to tell me about yourself finally. There's one last thing I have to tell you. Oh? Look, I don't exactly remember how I got to Purgatory. I know something happened between my death and me ending up here. Pretty sure I was somewhere else for a while. The guide told me once that I was a gift from God to him. No idea why God would see me as a gift of any kind, but if I were to guess, it's probably related to my abilities. Think that before coming here, you were with God? Yes. Well, I don't remember anything specific. I get this terrible feeling inside when thinking about it. Did you piss off God? Like, in theory, you were ready for death, but internally you were still firmly... So I guess the whole U-shape, bent out of shape, symbolizes a sort of defense mechanism, retreating from everything. Since you went to heaven still bent out of shape like you were, maybe it pissed off Ram and she handed you off to the guide. Whatever happened there, it was bad. But promise me, Astrid. Promise me that you don't trust what God tells you. If you meet, of course. I promise. I'll be careful. Good. You're like the daughter I never had. Granddaughter-in-law. I wouldn't go that far. But, just let me have this. Fine. Oh, thank you for the warning. It was the least I could do. I said I'm glad to finally do something that didn't end up being crap. It's a shame that it took me my whole life and afterlife to reach that point.
Better late than never.
Damn straight. Could you leave me alone for a moment? Oh, sure. You're gonna stay up in the cabinet after all? No. Oh, you. I love her.
Ezrebeth was a tortured soul, and for good reason. Having a bad life doesn't excuse your every action, but I feel for her. I do. Spending time with the friendly person that she always had the potential to be was a wonderful experience. If I ever find myself doubting what I'm doing here in Purgatory is worthwhile, this is one of the moments I will think back to. Never forget, Astrid, that you are making a difference.
Oh, check in. Stay cool, Astridlicious. Right. This truly is a lovely party. I'm glad you're here, Rahel. There's no place I'd rather be, Nibakin. Oh. Fair enough. Guide. Are you just about ready to wrap up these ill-advised proceedings, Miss Braid? I mean... Elusive page 10. Alright. Splendid. It's time for you to take your final farewell of this motley crew that you refer to as friends. Actually, what now? Can I have just a short moment before everything ends? You know, to prepare. You're pushing the limits of my goodwill. But I shall once more relent, purely based on the fact that you're invaluable. I want the following to be exceedingly clear. This is about your value, not your emotions. I don't care about your... You don't have to say it like that. But fine, I understand. Thank you. Meanwhile, somewhere far away... Oh.
La 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 la, la 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 la, what a beautiful day!
Hi, Rem.
Or is it?
Little Remy can feel that something's not right. Or, am I just being paranoid? No. I know all the things. So if awesome, fantastic Remy feels it, then something must be... weird. But that's not good, is it? Can it be that someone came here and left without me knowing who it was? I sensed him. After all, who else has the power to just randomly pop up in my domain like that? But there was someone else, too. What's that little mischief-making brother of mine up to, huh? Trying to pull one over on Remy. Oh man, this is too much to handle. My beautiful head hurts from all these thinky thoughts. Oh, I know. Need a fresh perspective. That...
Huh?
Huh?
What? Rem.
Hi.
Hiya, Volley!
Ollie. It's better than dummy, I suppose.
Shut up and listen to me, boy!
Boy. Tell me, boy, what's going on here?
Oh, I'm so sorry!
That was mean a little me. I'm just under a bit of stress, so I'm lashing out at you. And you find it in your heart to forgive this cute little creature. You know I'd never do anything to hurt you, don't you? I love you so much that it hurts after all. It's, alright. Don't worry about it.
However, I am curious as to why you brought me here.
I don't think I've ever seen you spend some time with anyone outside of the, simulations. Let me level with you, V. You are special. You keep saying that, but I can't agree. There's nothing special about me. Oh no. Is she gonna recruit Vold? Is this where she recruits Vold to be her assistant?
Tell me who I am.
Huh?
Say my name.
Rem?
No! My real name.
You're... God.
Bingo!
You're damn right. And now, knowing that, are you telling much of me that you think God is wrong? If God says that you're special, then you are. Do we understand each other? I can't believe God is a, Yes. I'm sorry, just that I'm not used to being put on a pedestal. The only time I've ever felt like that, I've ever felt like I mattered to someone at all, was with her, I know. I'll never hear the end of that, will I? How's someone supposed to compete with a woman like that?
Huh.
Oh, nothing. I need your help, Volley. Think you can apply those big, strong hands to little problem of Remy's? Oh, what? You want my help? Well, if you think I can be of assistance, I am sure you can.
Aww.
You see, something's going on over in the playground. Children are being very unruly.
Yeah?
And by playground, you mean... Right, I haven't told you about that at all, have I? There's another place far away from here where the souls of dead humans gather. thought they gathered here. Only the special ones. Like you, cutie. Cutie? My little body is full of love and power, but I can't handle every single spirit in the world now, can I? Too much to ask of a sensitive little thing like me. So I had to make a decision. I've drawn a big old line in the sand. The kind of line that the ocean's waves can never undo. So to tell you bluntly, most people ain't special. They still need to go somewhere. That's that. So does that mean...
If she isn't here, then... Could Astrid be in this playground?
Oh, really? I tell you all this mind-blowing information, your mind goes straight to her. Would you like to know the answer to that, V?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. More than anything. All right, then. Yes, she's there. What? Why haven't you told me about this before? Oh, but it's complicated. She's kept there against her will by a big scary meanie. That can't be. If she weren't, I would have instantly reunited the two of you, of course. So you see, there's nothing I can do. But you're God. You can do anything, can't you? Even my powers have limits, as I told you before. You believe me, don't you? That's a scarily common thing that Rem says. Haven't I always been nice to you, Volley? Gaslight gate, keep God boss. I suppose you have. Haven't I always given you what you want to make your days better and better? You have. And haven't I been a decent old god, like, overall? You have. Good. Then you know that I won't ever let you down. Let's make a deal.
Yeah?
A deal? That is what I said, yes? Listen closely to me now, my dear special boy. As I said, there's something going on in that other place. Whatever it is smells real rotten, and the stench is getting to my poor little nostrils. Don't know what it is exactly or how I'm going to solve it. And I can't have my brother finding out that I'm suspecting things. No, that's still simply too much of a risky risk. But I do have a little plan, and that's where you come in. Help me solve this mean old riddle, and I'll give you what you want. I'll do anything in my power to reunite you with the big A. So what do you say?
Huh.
I'm still not sure what I could possibly do to aid you.
Huh.
My answer is, of course, yes, you fool. I'd do anything for Astrid without a moment's hesitation. I'll be paying you for your hospitality here in heaven. I consider that a major opportunity as well. Fabulous. We should get started right away. There are many things I need to teach you if you're going to become my special little servant. A servant? Yeah. Like you agreed. I thought I was just going to... Shh.
Do you trust me, Vol?
Yes. I trust you. Right.
Are you sure about that?
Good boy.
Well.
I admit that I can sometimes be naive and idealistic to a fault, but I'm not stupid. I know that agreeing to Rem's proposal might turn out to be a mistake, but if it's about Astrid, then I won't hesitate. It's true that she's always treated me well, but there's just something that irks me. All that talk of loving humans betrays an obvious duality, a part of God that maybe only a fellow deity could even begin to understand. For better or worse, I trust her. And I know that she'll come through for me.
The limits of God's power, the questionable benevolence. Why do cruelties exist in the world when God is supposed to be benevolent and all-loving and all-powerful? Miss Braid? Yes, I'm ready. Thanks for waiting. If you sincerely wish to thank me, then quicken your pace. We have much to do. I know. As I said, I'm ready. Very well. Let us adjourn to the waiting hall. Everyone else is already there, waiting us by the tunnel. This is really happening, huh? Of course. Teleportation time. Woo! Place where it all began. Can't believe everyone else is leaving while I... Not everyone, Miss Braid. You'll still be stuck with me? Why do you always forget that you can read minds? I'll have to enjoy it while I still can. Huh? Deities can't read the minds of other deities. Soon enough, your little internal ponderings will be safe from my inquisitive eyes. Something to look forward to, then. Unless, of course, I'm lying. You wouldn't. Now. You kept your friends waiting long enough. Go do what you have to do. Thank you, guide. I'll leave you to it. Now I'm supposed to say goodbye to everyone. I can't. Oh man, I'm crying already. Don't tear up now. You're going to get me started too. And trust me, that's not a good look on this sexy shadow. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, be better. Growing up, that's what people always told me whenever I was sad. Shit advice, honestly. I mean, striving to improve isn't a bad thing, I suppose. But being sorry, being sad, feeling those emotions, it's alright. And that should help me realize that at the end of all things. I'm still not sure what I did exactly. Huh. If you say so. Thank you, Astrid. Don't let this place eat you alive. I won't. You're not smiling. You think I could smile at a moment like this? Not a monster. I know you're not. I'm sad, Astrid. This place got so much more fun after you came along, and now it's all about to end. It'll take a lot to make me smile again, that's for sure. Close your eyes. Oh, what? Just do it. Don't try peeking. I'll know if you're lying to me. Alright. Choo! Did you just kiss me on the cheek? You've earned it. To my mouth next! Hey! Kidding. Unless... No! Don't ruin the moment, you moron. Moron? One of my fans knew that you insulted smart Smiley like that. You don't have any fans. Literally no one calls you that. Jeez, what is this, a roast? It would be easier if it were. True that. No, did I make you cry? It's not just you, it's everything. I'm a wreck right now. This whole day has been... Look, my smile is back. What? I'm smiling, Astrid. I can see that. I can't cry when I'm smiling next to you. It makes me look like some kind of mustache-twirling villain. Believe me, I couldn't grow facial hair if I tried. Oh. That's a good point. Wouldn't want your good name to be tarnished and all. Exactly. See you around, Astrid. You are, and always were, my #1 gal. Take care, Jeremiah. Shh! You can hear. Oops. Well, just a name. Not just a name. Your name. Damn. That's beautiful. There goes my smile. Maybe there's a way to smile and cry at the same time? You should work on it. Happy cry. I'll make that my first priority once I'm through this tunnel. See ya. Bye, you.
Oh.
Hey. Hi. You looking happy? I am trying to put on a brave face here, lady. You saw right through it, as always. That's what I do? Right, guess I'll be going then. Just like that? I'm not good at goodbyes. I think I've already said what I wanted to say, you know? It's a bit cold, don't you think? Oh, no, I'm doing my best. It's just... Oh, lady, you think it's easy? I'll never see you again. It's not easy for me either. Yeah, but... Let's be honest here. You're not missing much by me leaving. Look, let me finish, please. This amazing person who just comes along and makes everyone around you better. When I was alive, I used to be like that too. I love seeing everyone smiles. And part of me died with, well, with death. Never thought I'd... Ah, damn it, here it comes. Never thought I'd fight it again. Then you walking in like a ray of sunshine in a dark cave. It's so natural for you, being wonderful. What am I compared to that? Honestly, what are you missing? Listen to me. It looks like things are easy for me, but I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea why people like me. I doubt myself all the time. I try to silence those thoughts as much as I can. Because I know that they're there to scare me. And to protect me in a way. We all have a voice like that inside of us, Locke. It tries to help us in its own way, you know. Not to get hurt and all. By trying to get us to avoid scary situations. Listening too much to it can lead to anxiety, heartbreak, and sometimes even worse things. Honestly, hearing you talk like that makes me angry. Huh? Yeah, screw you. What? Screw you for Screw you for not understanding how great you are. Fighting through all that pain, daring to open yourself back up. Forgiving others, forgiving yourself. While carrying all that hurt. If I'm amazing, then you're beyond amazing. I couldn't find a proper word for it, but that's what you are. Lady, It's exactly what I mean. Ah, damn it all. Things will turn out fine. How do you know that? Call it Astrid intuition.
Oh,
Well, you haven't let me down yet. So this is it then. I guess so.
I'll never forget you, Mr. Moon.
Likewise, lady.
I'll keep looking for that little house. And when I get to it, I'll be praying that it's you I'll find inside.
See you around now. Bye, Locke. Nipekin. Oh no, you're already crying that I'm going to. Not again. I'm sorry, my Gapesy, but I just can't stop. My tears are flowing like balsam during last call. What's it even mean? It means, to hell with it. I love you. Well, doesn't matter how anyone else feels about it. I just want to scream it out loud, and so I did. No one can stop me. Nipekin, I love you, and I love life. I love everything that moves and everything that has ever moved. Everything? Don't you understand? We're part of the same big, great whole. That's what true faith is all about. Being able to breathe, feel, taste, smell. All these things that we take for granted. Every single cramp word spoken by every single braccio. These are the things that make our existences worth living, though. I'm not exactly following you. You don't need to, because I've played my part in your story already. Whatever comes next, I'm sad that I won't be able to share it with you, but I'm so happy that I was here, that I felt things that not even my orbs could have ever predicted. If you're happy, then I'm happy for you. And for us, for having shared what we did. Exactly, Nipekin. You finally understood what I'm saying. Know that no matter what comes next for me, I'll be fine. I'll be watching over you. Which is why I want you to have this. Oh! Turn a reminder of your bond. Oh no, now I feel bad for not... We're not telling Locke I loved him too. Would he have given me a gift too? Is this? Yes. The very orb I gave you when we first met, restored to its former glory. I can't accept this. Why not? It's just so pretty, and I'm afraid that I'll look at it and I'll remember that we'll never meet again, and I'm so sad and I don't think I can handle it. My tears finally stopped when you started talking about your happiness, but that made everything come back. How am I supposed to stay in Purgatory without you here, Rahel? Your gentle, warm personality, and everything else that makes you so wonderful, pushing me forward. That's why you must accept the gift, my Gapesy. So even though it may hurt, it's a reminder that I'm always here somewhere. Humans are strange creatures, Nipekin. This place is stranger still. The fact that you and I lived centuries apart, yet our spirits somehow met here in the afterlife.
Aww.
This place has caused me so much existential grief, but in the end it taught me something about myself. It led me to meet you. For that I am eternally grateful. Even if you were to throw the orb away, not a thing would change. You still remain my Gape Seed. I'll always protect you from idle plots and dirty beans. Only, with this bauble, you'll also have a pretty decoration for your room. Well, you're right. I'll keep the orb safe no matter what. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
And thank you, my small glass of drink. Okay. Please go back to Nipekin. Some words should just stay cramp words, shouldn't they? I think so. In that case.
Farewell, Nipperkin. And may your heart always guide you in the right direction.
I guess that's it then. Oh wait! There's one last thing I have to do! Everyone, before you leave through that tunnel, you have to take a group photo! This backdrop's just too depressing. Back to the party room it is, people! You too, guide! What? What is this nonsense? I desire no part in this. I'm not taking a photo with that bastard. I'll do it for Nipekin. Yeah, do it for whoever Nipple is. That's not what I said. Look, if you're scared of our big bad warden, you can squeeze your cute butt right in next to me and I'll protect you from it. I'll just be staying over here. Get closer together, everybody. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Hey, Astrid, where'd you even get that camera? I have my ways. Just go with it. Let's admit that I'm not familiar with this camera apparatus. Is it perhaps magical in nature, my gape seed? Let's take the damn photo before I lose my footing. Ah, these young men sure are weak. Seriously. Dragging us all the way back here. Truly, Miss Braid, you are. Stop complaining, Dirty Bow. So utterly demeaning. Say cheese on 3, everyone. Why? If you say so, lady. I'm ready. What kind of cheese? Oh, damn it all. Aye. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Smiley. Ezrebeth. Oh, she got a picture. That's cute. That's so cute. Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for being my friends.
I'll never forget you. Really gone, huh? Guess I'm still in denial. All that crying. Oh man. I'm just so exhausted. Let's see. What's the expression?
How are you holding up?
Did I use that correctly? Yeah, you did. Well done. Are you displeased with today's events? Wouldn't understand, so what's the use in telling you? You can try me. Made it clear that you didn't care about my emotions. Well, I am... Of course, it's about your value as a tool. I'm just making sure that... Oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. How dare you? Not displeased, I'm just sad. Are you familiar with the concept of human sadness, you robot? Mainly on a factual level. Here's a potential plot twist for you, Miss Braid.
I was once human myself.
Huh? Long ago, in a distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. So long ago that I remember nothing of it, save for the fact itself. All I know of how emotions feel are merely distant calls for another lifetime. Coupled with the empirical evidence I've gathered as a scholar of the human condition, of course. I think my position allows me to do on a frequent basis. That really is a twist. Scary one, too. How so? Will I eventually lose my human side as well? Get how to feel and empathize? Laugh and cry? Become like you? Luckily for you, there's no one else like me. There is only me. I'd wager that you're quite safe in that regard. But that's a discussion for another time. Can I ask you something? Another time? At the time when a certain Miss Isabel winds up in Purgatory. I'm sure you'll ask it regardless of my answer, so go ahead. Why do you want to turn me into a deity? I know that what you want me to do, stealing energy, helping people, stopping God, everything. You just did several of those things, and I'm not a deity yet. So I go through the trouble of turning me into one. It's brave, curious as always. You know what you signed up for when you decided to offer me the position. Gah. There are several reasons, many of which you simply do not need to know. At least not presently. Knowing too much can sometimes be detrimental after all. Isn't that right? Yes, and you will have to trust me on that. For immediate reason, however, is what I told you earlier. About deities not being able to read each other's minds? Correct. Sooner rather than later, I expect God to grace us with a visit. At that time, she will no doubt be very curious about you and why I've suddenly decided to take an apprentice. I thought we were supposed to be partners, all in due time.
You see, God is strange, but also deceptively intelligent. If I were to guess, I'd say she probably has a vague idea already that we're up to something. As such, the events of the close future are of particularly huge consequence. For Purgatory, and for humanity as a whole.
That's a curious prospect.
She must never know what we are planning, Miss Braid.
And so we are turning you into a deity to protect you, the plan, and you from her prying eyes and ears.
To that end, your thoughts must remain hidden from her, and frankly, even from me.
Knowing too much can sometimes be detrimental. Exactly. I appreciate you answering my questions. just me, or have you been getting easier to talk to lately? It is definitely you. All right, then. If you say so. So, you're going to get mad at me, but I promise you that this will be the last thing I ask for. The love of... There's one more person I wish I could have seen today. That's nonsense. All of your affiliates were.
Aww.
Oh, you realized it. I see. Could you do that thing you did last time? I needed closure.
Hmm?
You wish to speak with dear old Mr. Castoreke. Actually, just having him appear would be enough. The way he looked when he was alive. He made a desire an image. Meeting with no conversational aspect. Peculiar request, given your penchant for talking to no end. I know that it's not really him. Besides, I think I've had enough heartbreaking conversations for one day. Ending all this by simply seeing his face, that... Do explain yourself, Miss Braid, as I frankly do not care in the slightest. Right. Regardless, I shall grant your request. Be aware this is indeed the final service I shall provide for you today. Anything more beyond this will be denied. We are on borrowed time, after all. That you seem to have considerable difficulty understanding. I promise. This is the very last thing. Good. Retreat to your room and gaze into the void. Then your desire will be met.
Thank you.
When you're done, think of me, and I will find you.
Here's to a long and fruitful relationship, Miss Braid.
Whoosh! My room, my room, my room, my room, my room. Remember him. Oh gosh. It's the last thing we can do. Luminous. Oh! The window. Oh wow. That was pretty. It's really pretty. Huh. A game's made by awesome players just like you. It's time to finally say goodbye. We've seen the aftermath. But I love that. I love that. I might have to use this as the thumbnail for this epilogue episode. Or, these are both really good, though. That's all. Party room. No new extras, though. Very good. Rim. Does she know? Does she know? She knows. She knows. Want to, do one last gallery read, though. Rem, she is quite simply the worst. Right? Love her though, good old Remy. I don't know if I ever actually read this one, but you may have read about Purgatory in books or online, Miss Braid, but this is not the same. It's just close enough. A place to which I'll have to make a pit stop in. See what I did there. Think of it as like something in between, a piece of lettuce in a sandwich. Is it really necessary to enjoy your food? Not necessarily. It serves its purpose nonetheless for those who need it to. Give me some time. I'll try to come up with a better metaphor. Actually, never mind. I'm satisfied with that one. Here begins and ends the journey of every human who enters Purgatory. I stand here every millisecond of every day, constantly welcoming poor fellows such as yourself, Miss Braid. It's a good thing that I'm omnipresent, otherwise the logistics of it would be a nightmare. Well, here, don't forget to try out the extremely uncomfortable bench. Wishing Well is also a nice, pleasant source of water for you to enjoy. Apparently humans like those. Let's check out here. I'm incapable of feeling uneasiness, but I imagine the closest I get to that particular mindset is when I visit that place. Ironically, it also happens to be that one location in which I can temporarily relieve myself of my many duties. It's modeled after a modern establishment that peddles caffeine, something that humans apparently can't live without. I suppose that in some ways could be viewed as a counterpart to the Ouroboros bar, only significantly less interesting. There. Here we have, Mr. Kasoreke's parents have more than once claimed that their illustrious abode is an architectural marvel, but if you ask me, that's more than a bit overblown. Honestly, why do humans spend so much time touting their possessions? It's not going to save them for whatever comes next, regardless. At any rate, I'm sure Mr. Kasoreke didn't mind the immense wealth that was his birthright, during the short window of time which he was alive to enjoy it, that is. Connections. Let me be very clear on this, Miss Braid. Nothing happens by chance at Purgatory. The ones you see here are the ones you are meant to be seeing. You may think that physical objects and thoughts themselves, somehow links you together, and by all means continue to think of it if it has you feeling reassured. However, you're quite honestly just wasting your time. You silly time waster, you. Honestly. What's on the other side? The eternally recurring question. Actually, I'm not sure. No, that's a lie. I know exactly what's over there, but I'd never tell you. Why spoil the surprise? I can tell you this much, though. Once you go there, you're not coming back. Read that. The box. I'll admit that might not be the most pleasant of my side activities, but hear me out. Or actually, no, I'm not going to defend anything. Isn't well, Miss Braid? Sometimes humans just need to be reminded of their place. That doesn't work. I quite literally put them in their place. Get it? In the end, you're all just objects for me to put in a box. That's the very nature of my greater being. Sorry, not sorry. It's literally like, if the guide sees this as the game, if the guide sees Purgatory as a game board and humans are the pieces on it, then the box is the guide just taking the pieces off the board and putting them away. When they leave the board, they cease to exist in a meaningful way. If Purgatory is a video game, then the guide just takes your character and just unloads you from memory. You cease to pick up any new words from the Nipakin Fiddler's Pay. Thanked and bought a drink for your services instead of getting paid money. Dirty Bow? That was Ezrebeth. Tripping Mary, chameleon diet, no food. Brown study deep in thought. Banbury story, ridiculous tale. The truth. Well then, Miss Braid, you seem to have found yourself in a power struggle between deities. I bet you didn't see that coming. Rest assured that I only have your best interest at heart. After all, I'd never let anyone hurt my favorite pet. I say pet, I meant partner, of course. Even greater beings must be permitted the occasional slip of the tongue. Alright, let's jump back out of here then. Say farewell. I just love how Rem shows up in the title screen after the epilogue. That's just a very, very silly touch. She's such a silly Billy. Remy Rem. Love that for her. It's... That was... Yeah, that... Going from a place in 9 where... knowing where the story was going. Admit, I knew that there were bigger things at work in poetry. I didn't realize in Pitstop, I didn't realize how deeply it all wound up connecting to poetry. If you stumbled upon this game without seeing my original playthrough of the poetry in Purgatory that exists already, you should check that out, because that's... Poetry is in itself the next development of this plotline, this world building, everything that wound up being established in the extensive journey to the my thoughts keep getting interrupted, but yeah. Poetry really is proving to be the next logical step in the story as it develops. It's a bigger threat at play here. There's a tug of war brewing between deities. And this is where the guide made the first move. Whether it's to protect himself, to protect his land, to defend himself from the whims of a whimsical god. Wholesome and willing to let you live out your greatest desires, but yet dangerously possessive of those she takes a liking to. Deceptively intelligent, but yet unobjectively dangerous. Remy is. So, if you... Yeah, that certainly went far deeper than I expected to in terms of connecting to poetry. Surprised and delighted. I suppose when we reference not needing to have played Pitstop to go into it, to go into poetry, it fits because poetry, obviously, you enter the shoes of a new character and you're experiencing everything for the first time from an outside perspective. So of course you wouldn't understand the truth here. This is the best here. But all in all, yeah, this journey in and of itself is a meaningful one and a really quite beautiful one, I think. it's... I suppose to answer my question, the last remaining question is how the time resets worked. I suppose in the end we have the epilogue to go off of, and seeing that Rem clearly has a similar power of sorts. Which makes me wonder... No, okay, so... Yeah, I suppose it was never directly a simulation, but it was still likely something similar that led to the guide resetting everything. Enough of me jumping around trying to theory craft. I'm sure you've been in this for 2 hours already listening to me read and ramble. At this point, you've got a clear enough picture, everything you need to know about this story, this world. It's really impressively built up, all in all. And this, from my first experience here in Purgatory, this has gripped me entirely. This has had me, my head in a vice grip, and has kept me firmly a denizen of Purgatory. And I hope you will stay there with me as poetry in Purgatory updates and down the line, and that story develops, because we will definitely be revisiting Purgatory. But first, we have a few side games between Pitstop and any continuation of poetry, which we will be doing forthwith. The Ezrebeth-focused game, and the Astrid Memorial game, too, in all of its tragedy. So we'll see how that comes along now. So until next time, until then, we will meet again.